Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're continuing our Halloween films as we take a look at Books of Blood. And stay tuned for our bonus story as we take a look at the history of Disney XD. And if you are enjoying these episodes, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we're covering Books of Blood. This movie was released on October 6th of 2020. It was directed by Branna Braga. The screenplay was by Adam Simon and Brandon Braga. The production companies were 20th Century Studios, Beetle Cod Productions, Fuzzy Door Productions, and Touchtones Television. And it was distributed as an exclusive Hulu streaming movie. So there's not a lot of production history of this one, but in terms of the cast, so we have Britt Robinson, who plays Jenna Branson, Anna Frail, who plays Mary Floreski, Riff Gavan, who plays Simon McNeil, Yul Vacuez, who plays Bennett, Frey von Shin, who plays Ellie, Nicholas Campbell, who plays Sam Austin, Annie McQueen, who plays Steve, and Paige Paige Turco, who plays Nicole. So in terms of the plot, the movie is composed of three different stories from three different characters. The first one is Jenna, who is a college student that runs away from home, and on her journey, she suspects that someone is following her. Mary, who is a grieving mother, meets a psychic who helps her connect with her deceased son. And then there's Bennett, who is a collection agent who, on his journey to collect his takes, takes an unexpected twist. So this movie was part of the 2020 Screamfest Horror Film Festival, and that's where it made its debut. In terms of recommending the movie, this movie is terribly confusing. It's not one of my favorites. I'm not a horror movie person to begin with, but this one is really gruesome and the story just is not really coherent. It's one of those ones that I feel you have to watch 100 times just to understand where it's going. But it's not entertaining enough for me to watch it 100 times to understand where it's going. So I appreciate what they're trying to do. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone meets the Tales from the Crypt Keeper twist. But to me, it just leaves the reader or the watcher, the viewer, kind of bored and just kind of, when is this over? So definitely one not that I'm going to be rewatching over and over again. For you that are into those kind of psychological horror movies, it's probably up your alley. But for me, it's just this one missed the mark. So in terms of our bonus story, we're going to take a look at the history of Disney XD. So this was a branch of the Disney Channel that aimed at kids from ages 8 to 11. And the channel consisted of original TV shows, repeat favorite shows, and made-for-TV movies. So in terms of the production history of it, the channel would take over the former Toon Disney Channel, and it debuted on February 13th, 2009 at 12 a.m. The first show on Disney XD was a Phineas and Ferb episode, and the first original programming would be Aaron Stone, which premiered at 7 p.m. that night. Other original shows that were part of the original lineup included Kid vs. Kat and Jimmy Two Shoes. The first original movie that would be aired for Disney XD was called Skyrunners, and that premiered on November 27, 2009. On April 12th of 2012, Disney XD would add a programming block called the Marvel Universe. And so this would feature Marvel shows and both animated and live action. On November 17th of 2016, it was announced that Pokemon would move from the Cartoon Network to Disney XD. And Pokemon, the series Sun and Moon, was the first season to air on Disney XD. On August 12, 2017, Disney XD would premiere the rebooted DuckTales. And then sister network ESPN would actually produce sports programming for Disney XD called Sports Center High Five. And this show would feature a countdown of sports highlights. And in 2019, it would actually air the NFL Pro Bowl on the channel. So just to give you an idea of what Disney XD consisted of as well, I'll go through the programming blocks, and there were several of them. So the first one is Randomation Animation. So this was a morning animated block on Saturday mornings. The next one is Show Me the Mondays. This was a Monday evening programming block that would feature XD original programming. Amication. This was a weekday morning or animated original shows. D/XP, and this was a primetime programming block that featured programming based on video games content, including the finals of several video game tournaments. And Anime block, and this was a Saturday programming that would feature anime shows. And then finally, Marvel on XD, and this was programs that featured the characters in the MCU. So me living in Canada, I never got Disney XD as it didn't come to Canada. But I remember this channel was heavily promoted when I worked at the Disney store, especially the Aaron Stone. So they had high hopes for this channel. It's still on the air today, but it's not heavily featured, obviously, with Disney Plus. So definitely some shows that are on Disney Plus to check out. But yeah, I think it was interesting that they were trying to target towards those pre-teen teenagers, which was interesting. And again, some great shows came out of it as well. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would love for anyone to please leave a comment below on what they think of Books of Blood, as well as if you have a favorite Disney XD memory, I would love for you to share it with us. So as we look at our final Halloween movie that we're going to take a look at this year, we're going into the classic movie that is based on a classic character as we take a look at Casper. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.